A very beautiful and cheerful good morning to my dear students. Today I am Neeru on the behalf of Suraj Education Group. Today I want to discuss our science chapter number 1 among all of you. The name of our chapter is crop production. So before starting our chapter, we have to know a common term of our chapter, agriculture. So what is agriculture means? It is a science that deals with growing crops and rearing animals for human use. It means the work which we will do for the growing plants and for our benefit which we get from the animals is called agriculture. Rearing of animals, it means taking care of the animals. So the first topic of our chapter is crop. When same kind of plants are grown and cultivated at one place on a large scale, it means when a large quantity of plants are growing at a same place, it is called crop. Next is types of crop. Basically the crops are of two types. The crops are divided into these two types on the behalf of their growing season, growing temperature, favorable conditions which are needed for growing that crops. So the first type of crop is Karif crop. Karif crop, it is the crop which is mainly grown in rainy season. This crop is grown approximately in the starting of the June and harvesting in the month of September to October. The examples of the Karif crop is paddy, maize and cotton. So basically the environment which is needed for the growing of Karif crop is little warm and humid environment is needed for this crop. Our second type of crop is Robbie crop. The crop mainly shown in winter season. It means this is the crop which needed a cool temperature for their growth. It needs the cold favorable conditions for their proper growth. The examples of our Robbie crop is wheat, mustard and pea. So here we comes to know what is the difference between Robbie crop and Karif crop. So the Robbie crop is growing in winter season and the Karif crop is growing in summer season. So now comes to the next part of our chapter, which is basic practices of crop production. Basic practices mean the way which we use to grow our crops. So first is preparation of soil. In this part we will prepare our soil for the proper growing of the crop. The next part is sowing. It means how to sowing the seeds into the soil. What are the main points we have to kept in our mind before sowing the seeds are that the seeds should be at a proper depth. The seeds should be at proper distances. The seeds must be of good quality, healthy, and the diseases are not there in the seeds. It means the seed is free from any type of disease. Next is adding manure and fertilizers. Manure work in the crop as the food work in our body. It gives the proper nutrients components which is essential for our growth, as the manure and fertilizer are essential for the growth of the plants. So the manure will increase the yield and the fertilizer will increase the fertility of our soil. So the next step is irrigation. It means giving water to our plants. Giving water to our plants. Irrigation mainly consists of two parts, that is sprinkle system and the second one is drip irrigation. In sprinkle system we mainly uses nozzles like fountain. When the water is released out from the fountains, same as in the process in sprinkle system, the water is released out from the nozzles in a rainy form. And the second one is drip irrigation. In drip irrigation, we will make some holes in a pipe particularly, and when the water is flow from the pipe, the water from the holes will directly fall on the roots of our plants, as the plant can absorb the water properly and the wastage of our water is saved in our drip irrigation process. The next one is protection from weeds. Protection means to protect something. And what is weeds? Weeds are some common plants which are grown along with the crop. The weeds can absorb all the nutrients from the soil, which is essential for our main crop. So what is weeds? Weeds are the unwanted plants that grow along with our main crop. So weeding is the removal of these plants from our crop is called weeding. So in this way we protect our crop from weeds by doing weeding or by spraying some weedicides in our field. Weedicides are the chemicals which are mainly used to kill the weeds. The weedicides can only affect the weeds, but it cannot affect our main crop. The next part is harvesting. Harvesting, it means to cutting down that crop when it is properly grown, it is properly used as our food. It means harvesting, to cutting down that crop for the use. And next one is, last one is storage. It means after the harvesting we will store that grains, that any type of crop into the granaries, storage houses, godowns and different types of places